Virtually everyone aspires to become a billionaire, and the usual reason is for the lifestyle it affords. At Billionaires Resort by Cedarwood, we, beyond an architectural masterpiece, present you an opportunity to live exclusively and with nature at your beck and call. From the Dr. Jane Ulmere Nature Park to the polo pitch and horse stable, from the artificial lake to the sports arena, the ultimate resort experience is only but an eye blink away. As plot sales continue in earnest, we invite you to acquire your own parcel of land at Billionaires Resort by Cedarwood today.
Other estate features include solar-enabled street lamps, CCTV and periodic drone surveillance, perimeter fencing, gate and gatehouse, underground drainage system, wide ring roads, avenue plantation, and more.
This is Cedarwood Luxury Radio, Nigeria's first real estate radio.
All right, Lagos, Nigeria, welcome to the Real Estate Market Trend on Nigeria's first real estate radio. This is the program, the very show that brings to you the latest happenings in the real estate industry, and it is divided into three different segments: the real estate segment, the property segment, and the environment. Of course, we cannot talk about real estate without talking about property and the environment that it belongs to. It is always a delight to bring you abreast of happenings in the real estate industry every Monday at 1 p.m. Please like, comment, and share. And as always, I'd love to hear from you to know where you're watching us live from and know where you're reaching us live from. My name is David, and this is the Real Estate Market Trend. You're very much welcome. We begin the very first segment on the Real Estate Market Trend this afternoon with the very first story right here in front of me, which says EFCC clamps down on real estate investors over money laundering. EFCC has continued to ensure estate surveying and valuation firms subscribe to an alert system and conduct screening before onboarding customers as part of the ongoing due diligence to curb money laundering. You see, when it comes to, doing your due diligence before making any form of investment, you can go as far, you can do your due diligence and still end up, in an unfavorable condition. And it is a good one, a commendable one, that EFCC has come out, to put out a means, has established a means at which you can, check, be very sure, 100% sure that your investment is safe and you're investing in the right, in the right place, the right property, the right real estate industry and all that. Rising security agency scrutiny may have dented the momentum of demand in the real estate market in major cities, lowering investments in high-end properties. The situation reached its peak recently when the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, wrote to the President, Nigerian Institution of Estate Surveyors and Valuers, alerting the profession on the commencement of the enforcement of the regulation for the implementation of targeted financial sanctions on tourism, tourism financing, and other related measures in the real estate sector. This is for failure to implement the targeted financial sanction requirement as prescribed by the Tourism and Prevention and Prohibition Act 2022. The letter signed by SCUML Director Daniel Isao, titled Enforcement of the Regulation for the Implementation of Targeted Financial Sanctions on Tourism, Tourism Financing, and Other Related Measures 2022 in the real estate sector. Recall that the Tourism Prevention and Prohibition Act 2022 imposed the obligations on designated non-financial business and profession DNFDP to implement targeted financial sanctions related to tourism and tourism financing. This requires that all estate surveying and valuation firms subscribe to the Nigerian Sanction Committee alert system and conduct sanction screening before onboarding prospective customers as part of the ongoing customer due diligence for existing customers using the UN Consolidated List, Nigeria Sanction List of the designated persons or entities under United Nations Security Council Resolution 1373 forwarded by a third-party international organization or foreign country to Nigeria or such other list as directed by the Nigerian Sanction Committee, he said. Recently, EFCC Acting Director, Lagos Zonal Command, Michael Wetkas, said the registration with SCUML has become necessary as a way of monitoring and reducing the risks of subversive use of the real estate operators by money lenders and tourism financiers. Wetkas urged DNFBPs to conduct due diligence and adhere to the Know Your Customer KYC principle before consummating any transaction. All right, quickly, let's take the very next story this afternoon. Still on the real estate segment of the real estate market trend. Our second story this afternoon says Lacera Filerep seeks overview of real estate regulations. All right. The Lagos State government has expressed the need to reform and modernize real estate laws and regulations to meet the demand of investors and other relevant stakeholders in the built sector. Special advisor to the Lagos State Governor on Housing, Bakarat Odunuga Bakare, made this known at the inaugural conference of female lawyers in real estate practice convened to address critical issues plaguing the industry. The event themed the missing gap, absence of revised laws, rules, regulations, policies, and effective monitoring and emerging trends in the Nigerian real estate market, brought together key real estate stakeholders, including government officials, legal experts, and industry leaders. Odunuga Bakare emphasized the rapid growth of the Lagos State real estate market and its status as a commercial hub, stressed the need for new legislation to foster transparency, fairness, and sustainable growth in the sector. The Lagos State real estate market remains a vibrant force within the national economy, attracting investors seeking diversification and steady returns. To ensure its continued success, it is imperative to actively review and update real estate laws, rules, regulations, and policies while establishing effective monitoring mechanisms, she noted. Odunuga Bakare underscored Lacera's role in promoting accountability and protecting stakeholders' interests through its regulatory oversight. She added that the Lagos State Real Estate Regulatory Authority, Lacera, has been pivotal in registering practitioners and enforcing compliance within the sector. She further highlighted the importance of embracing technological advancements such as the EEG's digital system and state land administration portal launched by the Babajide Sanwo-Olu administration. Still on the real estate segment of the real estate market trend this afternoon, our very next story here says firms plan $172 billion investment in energy real estate orders. Firms plans $172 billion investment in energy real estate orders. Backbone Infrastructure Nigeria Limited has announced its intention to invest $172 billion to develop various infrastructures in the country. This investment, utilizing alternative financing options, will be allocated to mineral resources, energy, agriculture, housing, and transportation sectors for the next 22 years. The administration of President Bola Tinubu has openly reaffirmed its commitment to enhancing foreign direct investment inflows into the country, while also promoting alternative financing for the construction of essential infrastructure projects. Last year, the Minister of Industry, Trade and Investment, Doris Anyete, said the government has secured $13 billion in commitments from foreign investors. Despite this amount, Nigeria still requires investments to reduce its infrastructural gap that requires $3 trillion over a period of 30 years, according to the implementation of the National Integrated Master Plan. The Group Executive Officer of BINL, Henry Onwuka, said the company with foreign partners is seeking approval for a joint venture model to facilitate its planned investment in the country. Onwuka said that the company intends to align with the current administration infrastructure plan, saying that a consistent influx of investment as proposed by the company is preferable to isolated investment by other investors, especially in the mining sector. And quickly, we move to our very next story, still on the real estate segment, on the Real Estate Market Trend Show, right here on Nigeria's first real estate radio, Cedarwood Luxury Online Radio. My name is David, of course. You know that already. And in case you don't know, now you know. This story says, Experts offers real estate tips for youths. Experts offers real estate tips for youths. Kenechukwu Mezwe, a seasoned software developer and entrepreneur, has offered valuable property advice to Nigerian youth, emphasizing that this property app, Shortlet, aims to significantly impact the Nigerian hospitality industry. According to Mezwe, who was the second runner-up in the 2020 Wema Bank Hackathon 2.0 for the Nigerian youth interested in short-term real estate market, here are some tips. Learn about the industry market trends and best practices. Use platforms like Shortlet to list and manage properties. Providing excellent customer service will set you apart from the competition. Build relationships with other professionals in the industry to gain insights and opportunities. The industry is constantly evolving. Be open to change and innovation. Speaking about the app's launch, Mezwe added that after the launch, we aim to establish Shortlet as a leading platform for short-term rentals in Nigeria. Our goal is to contribute to the growth of the rental market by offering a reliable and efficient platform for hosts and guests. By focusing on community and providing tailored solutions, we hope to play a significant role in the development of the Nigerian hospitality industry. We plan to expand our reach within Nigeria and potentially beyond its borders, targeting other African countries where short-term rentals are on the rise. Our vision is to play a pivotal role in shaping the future of hospitality by promoting a culture of flexibility, community, and innovation. Through strategic partnerships and technological advancements, we aim to set new standards for the industry. All right, quickly, we move to the very next story here on the real estate segment of the real estate market trend this beautiful Monday afternoon. Experts hinge real estate expansion on public-private collaboration. Experts hinge real estate expansion on public-private collaboration. Experts have emphasized the importance of fostering partnerships within private enterprise and government entities to promote the growth and development of the real estate sector. Chief Executive Officer, Landmark Group, Paul Onwunibe, said this at the 5th edition of the Lagos Real Estate Feast team building the model for future of cities in Nigeria. Onwunibe emphasized the necessity for the government to approach real estate with greater seriousness and priority, while also calling for increased serenity from the private sector in their dealings with the government. The private sector needs to pay taxes, support the government, work hand in hand to ensure a better regulatory environment, he said. And that is the very last on the real estate segment on the real estate market trend this afternoon. We move to the very next segment, which is the property segment. On the property segment of the real estate market trend this afternoon, our very story here, the very first story here says, LSDPC unveils property magazine. All right. LSDPC unveils property magazine. The Lagos State Development and Property Corporation, LSDPC, has launched a new magazine known as LSDPC Property Plus Magazine, which is designed to cater for home buyers, property investors, and industry professionals in the state. It also offers a wealth of knowledge and insights into Lagos' dynamic real estate market. The inaugural edition featured the Lagos State Commissioner for Environment, Okumbo Wahab. He shared his expertise in navigating real estate development in Lagos and underscores the importance of adhering to environmental laws to ensure sustainable growth. The magazine also showcases key leaders in the real estate industry, offering readers valuable perspective on achieving successes in the property market and providing practical advice for home buyers, investment strategies for property investors, and updates on the latest trends and development in the state's real estate sector. LSDPC Managing Director and Editor-in-Chief Ayodeji Joseph, who launched the magazine alongside the corporation's management team, said the magazine would act as a platform to connect with stakeholders and provide them with valuable information and insights. Our goal is to support and guide our readers in making informed decisions in real estate market, ultimately contributing to the sustainable development of Lagos, he said. All right, I would love to quickly use this opportunity to reach out to LSDPC, and I'd love to say that Cedarwood Luxury Online Radio, which is Nigeria's first real estate radio, would be willing to partner with you and see how we can work together to progress the real estate industry when it comes to information and educating the people. So we are open to working with LSDPC Plus Magazine. I'll try and see how I can reach out to them. We'll try and see how we can reach out to them and have a collaboration. A welcome development. We move to the next story on the property segment of the real estate market trend here. It says, high cost of credit construction trigger rise in fractional property ownership. Okay, yes. Operatives are overcoming high entry barriers and financial constraints in real estate by embracing fractional investment, which is challenging the dynamics of traditional equity ownership and making property more accessible to lightweight investors. The innovative approach enables investors to purchase a proportion or stake in high-value real estate assets by gaining direct access to lucrative property deals on a fractional basis. Investors can overcome capital limitations better and benefit from lucrative returns derived from direct property ownership. Indeed, the primary obstacle for many aspiring real estate investors has always been the high property price. Fractionalization addresses the issue by reducing the price of an asset, effectively increasing the pool of potential buyers. Under the scheme, each owner has a percentage of ownership and corresponding rights to use the property for a specific period, and the model has become more popular in luxury properties, vacation homes, and commercial real estate. The Guardian learns that some of the benefits of the model are shared costs and expenses, flexibility in usage and management, income generation through rentals, and a high potential for diversification of investment portfolios. It will be recalled that the Nigerian financial service sector recently adjusted its lending trade rates in response to spike in the monetary policy rate (MPR) to 26.25% in May 2024. Currently, about 25 out of 31 lending financial institutions offer maximum borrowing interest rates above the MPR to various sectors of the economy, while only a few banks give loan to some sectors at a rate below the benchmark interest rate. Besides, the persisting inflation rates soar to 33.95% as of May, thus forcing prices of construction materials to spiral. All right. And on that note, we quickly move to the very last segment, the third segment on the real estate market trend this afternoon, which is on environment. The very first here says investment environment to remain volatile, uncertain in H2. All right. The overall investment environment in the second half, H2 2024, has been projected to remain volatile, uncertain, and complex, even as the challenging business environment stemming from high interest rates, foreign exchange crisis, and high cost of energy is expected to continue to pose a drag on output growth rate. A professor of capital markets at the Nasarawa State University, Uche Uwaleke, while delivering a paper titled The Nigerian Economy and Capital Market Outlook for H2 2024 at the Assam Quarterly webinar, pointed out that the negative effects of the challenging domestic environment would be made more apparent in the manufacturing and agriculture sector, where growth rates have already begun to tank. Against the backdrop, he stated, companies in the agriculture, industrial, and consumer goods sector may record depreciation in their share price in H2 2024, while maintaining that the financial market will be characterized by uncertainty, especially from fiscal surprises. He stressed the need for investors to adopt diversification, hedging, and long-term perspective to investment. Waleke projected that the Naira would stabilize at the current level below 1,500 in H2, following a creation of external reserves in accounts of foreign loans already secured and the plan to issue Eurobonds before the end of the year. He said that the Central Bank of Nigeria CBN forex market reforms, including increase in minimum capital requirements for BDCs, are expected to help sanitize the BDC segment of the market. He pointed out that a strong appreciation of the Naira in H2 2024 may not be realized due to several factors, including low oil receipts owing to NNPC's crude for dollar loans and speculative activities in the foreign exchange FX market on account of elevated inflation. If you've just joined, this is Nigeria's first real estate radio, Cedarwood Luxury Online Radio. My name is David, and this is the Real Estate Market Trend, where we bring to you the latest trends and happenings in the real estate industry. And of course, this program is divided into 3 different segments: the real estate segment, the property segment, and the environment. And that is because we cannot talk about the real estate market trend. We cannot talk about the real estate market. We cannot talk about real estate without talking about property, real estate itself, and the environment that it belongs to, and how it affects the real estate business. It says here, Lagos to introduce monthly environment sanitation after 8 years. We talked about this earlier this morning on the Table Talk program, so won't spend so much, but just a paragraph. After about 8 years, Lagos State Government cancelled the monthly environmental sanitation. The state government has concluded arrangements to reintroduce the monthly exercise, which many watchers believe may be connected to the surge of cholera cases in the states. We take our very next story. It says Lagos RICs commit to environmental resilient, sustainable urban development. The Lagos State government has reaffirmed its commitment towards ensuring environmental resilience and maintaining a zero tolerance to building infrastructures as a means to surmount challenges posed by flood in businesses, life, and property. The State Commissioner for the Environment and Water Resources, Mr. Tokunbo Wahab, disclosed this at a forum organized by the Royal Institution of Chartered Surveyors, RICS, Nigerian group, themed Lagos leading the way in environmental resilience and sustainable urban development at the weekend. Wahab, who shared valuable insights on key trends, emerging opportunities, and challenges in the environmental sector, said the recent flash floods in the state were due to natural circumstances and not a lack of planning, adding that the government is putting in place resilient infrastructure to mitigate further occurrence. He said the lesson learned was the need to send out alarm bells earlier through the media and organizations to adopt remote work and students staying back at home on days of flooding events. Wahab noted that the state has a master plan for drainage, but lamented that some developers deliberately cover up and build on such facilities, thereby preventing the natural flow of water. Although he said it was painful that the government had to demolish such buildings, however, he said there must be consequences for bad behavior and urged the people not to put profit ahead of humanity. We'll take our very last story on the environment segment of the real estate market trend this afternoon. This very one says Continental Re, NCF to plant 2,000 trees for environmental preservation. Continental Reinsurance is collaborating with the Nigerian Conservation Foundation, NCF, to plant 2,000 trees to preserve the environment. The tree planting initiative was launched at the Lekki Conservation Center in Lagos State, Nigeria, over the weekend with sponsorship from Continental Reassurance. The Executive Director of Technical Operations at the Continental Re, Chukwuemeka Akwewu led officials present to plant some trees. Akwewu said that the initiative, which promotes a green environment, will be a continuous support to NCF. At Continental Re, we are pleased to support this noble cause with the initial donation of 2,000 trees for now, which will be used as we foster a healthier, greener Nigeria, he stated. This is just the beginning, and I intend that we should be having the conversation on annual basis. The partnership between Continental Reassurance and NCF began last year and has since grown stronger. The collaboration was highlighted at the 9th Continental Reassurance by the Chief Executive Officer Summit in Zimbabwe, where NCF's participation inspired reassurance industry leaders by showcasing the vital work NCF does and demonstrating low companies can support such impactful initiative. Akwewu noted that the tree planting session is not just a ceremonial act, but a symbol of hope and a tangible step towards combating climate change, restoring the ecosystem, and securing a sustainable future for generations to come. The Director of Business Development and Communications, Nigerian Conservation Foundation, Uchenna Achwene, said Continental Reassurance is a special partner in its advocacy for nature conservation and its activities that are geared towards building a better environment for all. Right at this point, I'll say big appreciation and very, 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 a very, very big appreciation to every one of you for joining us on the Real Estate Market Trend this beautiful Monday afternoon. Thank you very much. We'll be back again at 4 p.m. for the P1 Plus Galore. Do have yourself a wonderful day.
making home ownership a reality.